Hey everyone, me Kevin here. If your income is less than $200,000 as a single person or head of household, or your income is less than $400,000 as someone with a married filing jointly tax return, and you have children, you want to pay attention to this video because you've got some money coming your way for the tax year of 2021. This money is going to get paid out to you over the next 6 months, starting July 15th, and the rest, the other 6 months, will get paid out to you when you file your taxes for 2021 next spring. So here's how this works. There is a child tax credit. And there's some important things to know that if you do not file a tax return, there's a new form that you want to fill out so that you can make sure you get your credit. And if you do file a tax return but you want to opt out from these payments, there's also something that you have to do. We'll talk about why you might want to opt out, but first, let's give you a quick breakdown as to what the heck this even is. So let's jump on over to the iPad here. I threw down some sketches here, and I want to make this as simple as possible. So here's the thing. This right now, the advanced child tax credit payments only apply to the 2021 tax return. So 2021 tax return only. There is talk that Congress and the Biden administration will try to get Congress to extend this for up to a total of 5 years. Right now, that is just talk. It is just rumor. We know how Congress works. Very, very slowly. So right now, this only applies to the 2021 tax year. Presently, you qualify with your 2019 tax return income or your 2020 tax return income. Or if you are a non-filer, you need to use the non-filers tool, which I'll show you in just a moment. You also need to have children to qualify for the money. Here's how much money you get. If you have children between 0 and 5 years old, you'll get a total credit of $3,600 for the 2021 tax year. If you do nothing, you will automatically get $300 per month as long as your child has a valid Social Security number and they're between 0 and 5 years old. If you have a child between 6 and 17 years old, you'll automatically get $250 per month for the next 6 months, and you'll get the rest when you file your taxes for the 2021 tax year, which will be the spring of 2022. That's a total of $3,000. So you get a total of $3,000 for children between 6 and 17. You get a total of $3,600 for each child between 0 and 5. There's no limit to the number of children, at least that I'm aware of. As long as they have valid Social Security numbers, they qualify. Now, if you do need to have some income to qualify. You do need to report at least $2,500 of income, and for some low-income individuals, this tax credit will actually be refundable, which means let's say you had $2,500 of income, but you got a $3,600 credit coming your way, you could potentially get that full credit. But there are some income criteria for that. But for low-income individuals, this tax credit should be refundable, which means you would still get that credit. There are phase-outs for this. If you are a single filer with an income of less than $75,000, which is the adjusted gross income line on your 1040, which is your tax return, as long as that number is less than $75,000, you qualify for the full amount. Thereafter, it goes down by $50 for every $1,000 of extra income. Head of households begin their phase-out at $112,500, and for couples filing jointly, the phase-out is $150,000. If you've already filed your 2019 tax returns, your 2020 tax returns, and you've already gotten your stimulus checks automatically direct deposited to you, you shouldn't have to do anything. Like, you should literally do nothing, and you should automatically start seeing $300 a month for child 0 to 5, $250 for children 6 to 17. If you didn't get direct deposit, you got a check, you should get a check. So if you got your stimulus check, you're good. You should automatically get this money. If you had complications with your stimulus check, you want to opt out, or you are a non-filer, here's what you should consider doing. First, if you should file a tax return for 2019 or 2020 and you have not yet, you should consider filing your tax return. You can easily do this by going to irs.gov, and for many individuals, specifically under certain income thresholds, you could go to irs.gov. Always make sure you're on official .gov website. You want to be careful about anything that's not .gov. So always navigate to the .gov websites. And what you want to do is you want to file your taxes for free. And so you could file your taxes for free based on the income. If your income's under $72,000, you can file for free. If it's above $72,000, you use these fillable forms over here. Now, regarding the child tax credit, again, IRS.gov, you could go over here to get answers on the child tax credit. This is a very important form because I want you to see that you could go to IRS.gov, answers on the advanced child tax credit, and then you will see this form. You can also, and I made a totally free redirect, you don't have to use this, but if you go to meetkevin.com or metkevin.com/advance, I get nothing from that. It just redirects you to that. But honestly, I'd rather you just go to irs.gov and navigate to it yourself. Or you could go to meetkevin.com/advance. It's the same thing. So this is where you're going to get some information about the requirements for this. Again, you should automatically start receiving this information, especially if you got the stimulus checks. If you do not want the advance payments, because you don't want these credits on a monthly basis, and you would rather deal with getting these credits in your 2021 tax return, which you'll file in the spring of 2022, then you can unenroll from the advance payments here by clicking this button. Again, irs.gov, advanced child tax credit, unenroll. Now, if you have questions, realize as well there is a Q&A section here, and there are plenty of resources here, such as updating your child tax information. What if you had a child born, or your income changed, or you need to change your mailing address, or information like this? The answers here are very simple. The IRS will provide a child tax credit update portal before the first payments begin. Now, right now, that payment portal or that update portal is available, but it's only available for unenrolling. So for example, here is the update portal, child tax credit update portal. Right now, it appears to only be available for unenrolling from the advance payments. But this portal will update in the future with the option for you to update children's information. So if you have a child that was born, you want to add their social security number, you want to change address or something to that effect, that portal is not available yet for updating your information. We also still have 3 weeks. Today is June 23rd. So you'll just want to check back to this particular portal. You can find this pretty quickly. What I just recommend doing is type into Google IRS and then type in Child Tax Credit Update Portal. You'll find it's the first link, irs.gov, which should be the first link, Child Tax Credit Update Portal. And again, right now, you could use this tool to view your eligibility, view your advance payments, unenroll from getting advance payments. And in the future, you'll be able to change your address or add children. But this portal is not available yet for adding children. It did just update for unenrolling from advance payments. So you have to stay tuned and pay attention to this particular portal here so that when this updates, you could provide your updated information if you need to update your information. Now, how is this different from the dependent care credit? Very important. So here's the thing. We're going to go back to this iPad here. So on the left side, we have the child tax credit. This again has to do with the $3,600 per month. I'm sorry, $3,600 total, or $300 per month for children 0 to 5, or $3,000 total, or $250 per month for 6 to 17. Again, you're going to get half per month, and the other half you claim when you file your taxes. Now, separately, there is a dependent care credit. So if you spend money on childcare, babysitting that's or care provided by a licensed dependent care center, the cost to have a cook, a housekeeper, a maid, a cleaning person who helps care for a dependent or child, day camp, a summer camp, after school, costs related to even before school, not preschool, but there's after school care and there's before school care, costs related to nursing or in-home support services, home care for a disabled dependent, whatever. These related expenses that are specific to care for a child or an adult dependent that are different from schooling and tutoring or like overnight summer camps, those things are different. Things directly related to dependent care. If you spend up to $8,000 on dependent care, you can get a 50% tax credit for that in the year 2021. That means you could get up to $4,000 of a tax credit for one dependent, and the income phase out starts at $125,000. If you have 2 or more dependents, you can claim up to $16,000 in expenses, which would earn you a tax credit of $8,000. So that is a very important difference to remember, that the dependent care credits are different from the child tax credit, and you can have both of these. So hopefully this gives you some help in breaking down these two different ways to make sure you're getting all of the money that you are eligible for in the United States in 2021, especially if you have children or dependents. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this helpful, consider subscribing. Consider checking out the amazing programs on building your wealth linked down below, and use that 40% off coupon code. And folks, we'll see you in the next video.